Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create these cute little Tic-Tac Ghosts using the Brother ScanNCut. The Tic-Tac Ghosts we'll be making are the large version using this 1 ounce pack of Tic Tacs. Okay, you can also make a smaller version. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. We'll do that one later. This is the smaller version of Tic Tacs you can buy at the Dollar Tree. Okay, the first part of this video is an introduction and an overview of the project. And then in the next part, I'm going to be showing you the Brother Canvas Workspace software. And then we're going to come back again, retrieve the file we've designed, and cut out the whole thing using the Brother ScanNCut. Okay, so for the project overview, maybe a couple weeks ago you saw my tutorials on creating Tic-Tac Snowmen. These are something I came up with last year using punches. And then this year, they were really, hot sellers at craft fairs and lots of fun. And so this year I said, let's just try this with the Brother ScanNCut. So created shapes, created circle shapes, fused them together, a scallop circle for the tummy. We cut out stamped images. We made the carrot nose. Okay, it was lots of fun. And then afterwards I'm like, why don't I make these for Halloween? I mean, the sky's the limit. I'm thinking the white Tic Tacs for the ghost, some green Tic Tacs for little monsters or witches shining through. So then I was on the quest to find the right kind of ghost. And there is a ghost built into the machine. And it's kind of like, this is what happened when I tried to use that ghost. Like, it was just the wrong shape and size of ghost. This one's built into the patterns in the machine. So then I went online and I was going to get some clip art for ghost, and they just weren't fat enough. And then I said, well, let me look and see if Brother has any projects that use the ghost. And they did have some projects that use the ghost. And the project that they have is a little stencil that you would use for Halloween cookies. So then it was time to prototype, and I, cut out different size ghosts and different things. And I mean, this is just so many. I mean, I have so many prototypes, and trying to make it so that the Tic Tacs would shine through. And then I finally came up with the perfect size ghost, and then this is what happened, and I like it. It's pretty cute. And I put the wiggle eyes on it, and it's good. But I said there's all the space between the eyes and the chest here, so I'm going to go ahead and write something on the ghost. So that's when I said I'm going to write boo on the ghost, which leads me to we're going to be drawing this. Okay, so we're designing this on the ScanNCut. We're going to be drawing it, and instead of filling it with a solid pattern of black, we're going to be filling it with a pattern from our machine. Okay, so that's the concept. So in this tutorial, you are going to be learning how to use Brother Canvas Workspace to modify a design and resize a design that already exists. So you will be resizing, you will be grouping and editing shapes. Okay, you will be working with font on your computer. You will be bringing that file back, retrieving the font, working with the settings on your machine to change the type of fill, and then you're going to be cutting and you're going to be drawing. So there's a lot to cover. I would call this an advanced tutorial for sure. So I hope you follow along, and I hope you enjoy this journey with me. See you in the next part. Hello crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. I'm going to be showing you how to create Tic-Tac Ghost using Brother Canvas Workspace. The first thing I'm going to do is go to canvasworkspace.brother.com, and I'm going to log in. I have other video tutorials on how to set that up, so just go ahead and follow along and catch up to where we're at this point. There's my name, Paper Chef. It means I'm logged in. Now, when you go to the Canvas Project tab, all these different projects are here, and we're just going to go down here to the little filter. Down here, looks like a picture of a filter. And I'm just going to type in cookie. It'll all make sense in a minute. I found the perfect ghost to use for this project. It happens to be part of the Halloween Stencils for Cookie Icing project. I've been on the search for the eternal ghost. This ghost was just perfect because it's a really fat ghost, and it will hide the Tic Tacs behind. Okay, so whenever you open up a project, you can do a few things. You can watch a video of the project, you can download the PDF, but in this case, I'm going to be using this project in my other version of Canvas Workspace. I need to download all the parts of the project. You're going to be downloading a zip file. And you'll see it has a name 000203 zip. And then you can extract them to a place on your machine. And now, you're probably wondering why I don't just design. There's where it extracted to. And I've already saved these files. So just remember where you're saving them to and then use the extract button, extract all, and put them somewhere on your machine. You may be wondering, why don't I just use the browser version or the cloud-based version of the Brother Canvas Workspace? And the reason for that is I like to work with fonts on my own computer. So therefore, I like to use this version. It's just called Brother Canvas Workspace. You can install it, you can open it up, and then you'll just see I just happen to put a shortcut on my taskbar. I'm using Windows 10. Okay, so let's not lose any steps. This is what that's the cookie stencil we're gonna work with. So let's just open a new project. I'm not gonna save this one. Let's start at the beginning. I don't want you to miss any steps. I'm in Brother Canvas Workspace. I have that file on my computer, which I've extracted. And now I'm just gonna go up here to File. And I'm gonna say import from your computer. Okay, File, import from your computer. And there's my file. It's 000203_A. So you could rename the files to be like cookies for Halloween, something to remember, but they don't really give them very descriptive names, do they? All right, so now there are my cookie stencils, and let's just put the one with the ghost off to the side or off to the bottom. I'm going to select all these other cookies with my mouse, and I'm going to press the delete key. Then I'm going to take this cookie. I'm going to make it really big, the stencil. By the way, I have two tutorials on how to cut Mylar stencils, which is another topic. Just select this cookie with the ghost in it and go up to Layer and click Ungroup. Okay, now we're going to click away, click just the cookie stencil, and press Delete. So we are left with a cute little ghost that we can use for our Tic-Tac Ghost project. Before you start working with this ghost, you should always save your file. So I'm just going to do Save, and then give it a name. I'm going to call it Tic-Tac Ghost. And this extension stands for CW project, means Canvas Workspace Project, CWPRJ. So that's your Canvas Workspace project. And it's going to replace the one I already saved. Okay. The overall concept is, just like with the Tic-Tac Snowman, we're going to need two of these ghosts. One of them is going to have a little hole in the tummy where you can see through with the scallop circle so you can see through into the middle so you can see the Tic-Tacs. And we're also going to be putting some text on this ghost. So for the large ghost, for the large pack of Tic-Tacs, which is what this tutorial is about, we're going to go over here to Properties. We're going to select our ghost and go to Properties over here, and Edit here. And we are going to make the ghost, first of all, uncheck Maintain Aspect Ratio, because the ghost will not stay in proportion when we make these changes. I've done a lot of experimentation. We're going to make it 4.5 by 5 inches. Okay, that's big enough ghost, but not too big. It's big enough to hide our Tic-Tacs. Okay, so that is the size of our ghost. If you're trying to change the width and the height's changing, that means you have this box checked off, so be sure to uncheck the box. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate this ghost. So just say Layer, Duplicate, and now we have two ghosts because one's for the front and one's for the back of the Tic-Tacs. Okay, now with the first ghost, we're going to put a little scallop circle in its tummy. So go to your shapes, which is the second tab down, and scroll down till we find a scallop circle. There's the circles. Oops, we passed the circles. And we want this on the third row of circles is a good scallop circle. So we want that circle. Now move that off to the side. And we're going to resize the circle. Oh, actually, just make sure you don't make it into an oval. Go ahead and check off Maintain Aspect Ratio this time, because it's a circle and we definitely want to make make it come out like a circle. The width is 1.25 and the height changed to 1.25. Go ahead and put that little circle down toward the bottom, maybe right about there. Okay, and then we're going to take it and we're going to select the ghost and the circle like that. And we're going to just align the objects. I'm going to say, not, let's see, align. I'm not sure. I don't really want to use center. I want to distribute the objects. Yeah, that'll work though. Align in the center. And then I would also distribute them, but there's only 2 of them. That's why it's not giving me that option. All right, so align to the center. They're perfect. Now I can go ahead and group these objects. Select them again with your mouse and layer group. All right, so I'm happy with this. Now we're going to go ahead and put some text on our ghost. Remember, you were wondering, why isn't she just using the web-based version? Because I'm using text from my computer. And there's very limited font choices in the online version. So I'm just going to click and I'm going to put the text together out here. And I'm just going to write boo, capital B-O-O. Okay, then I'm going to just select my text. Come on, mouse, select my text. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change it. So another time, if you're interested too, you want to learn how to install fonts on your computer, we can get into that too, but let's not digress. Just, you have lots of fonts already in your computer, and I even have many more than the average Joe because I install fonts all the time when I find them online. I just make sure that they always say free or commercial free so that I can use them for my projects in case I'm selling them at craft fairs. I'm never reselling the font itself, but I'm reselling the project I create with the font. So I'm always careful about the license for the fonts I use. So let's just go down to G. Oh, I was trying to go so slow and then it went fast. My font is called Give Me a Hand. I could have typed it in, but I was just trying to talk for a little second there. Okay, called Give Me a Hand. It's kind of like a Halloween-ish looking font, and I really like it. So just make it big so you can see. Isn't that cool? All right, the reason I like this, it looks like a drawing, and it looks like I'm going to be drawing the word boo on these. All right, so I don't need this font very big. It's just about, let's see, the width is 1.5, say 1.5. I was just making it bigger to show you. So that looks good, and then the height will stay in proportion. All right, now very important because I'm going to be filling this font. I'm not going to be, if I were to use the drawing tool right now in Brother, on my machine, I go back to the machine, which is the whole point of this exercise, and we're going to draw this boo. It would only draw the outline of my font. I don't want the outline. That's the stroke here. I don't want that. I don't want any outline at all. So I'm going to say no outline. I only want a fill. I'm just going to go ahead and fill it with just black. And I'm not actually going to be drawing it in a solid fill, but I got rid of the outline and I'm just putting in a fill. And it will make more sense, hopefully, when we get to the machine part. And I'm going to put the boo inside the ghost, and I'm going to just, let's see, looks good to me. And I'm going to just select all. Actually, does it look good? I'm going to put it down a little. And then I'm going to go ahead and select all 3 things and align the objects again toward the center. But I think the boo actually needs to go over with my own. So don't align the boo. Maybe just use your mouse. Just eyeball it. Because this ghost is going to be a little bit slanted when we're done. All right, I'm very happy with this, except for one thing. If I go to my machine right now, and I go and I open up this file, which I'll show you how to save and retrieve, then it's going to cut the boo. It's going to cut both shapes and the circle in the middle. I need to make sure that I tell this text to draw, not cut. So you select your text and go up here and say draw. And then I'm going to click away. It doesn't seem like anything right now, but it will after we save our project. So we save. I'm just going to save it to my machine first, to my PC, and then I'm going to save it to my USB. And I'm going to have to take my machine across the room because my USB is still inside my brother's ScanNCut right now. All right, so I'm inserting the USB into my PC, and I'm going to say File. I'm going to say transfer this FCM file via USB cable. I'm sorry, not USB cable, because I don't have a USB cable. I'm going to say export FCM file. Just right now, I want to tell you that there's a few things you could do right now. I'm going to export the FCM file onto my thumb drive. You could also transfer the file via internet, but I'm having internet problems, which is the whole reason I'm doing this tutorial another way. If you transfer it via the internet, and I've done wireless tutorials, then you would just retrieve it wirelessly from your machine, and you won't have to walk around your house with your computer or attached to a USB cable. Okay, so there's 3 ways to transfer the file. One is export to the thumb drive. One is export via your wireless network in your house via the internet. The third way is the USB cable, which you're tethered to. We're just picking this first way, export FCM file, and then we're going to pick the thumb drive, Santa Cruz drive, and I'm just calling it Tic-Tac Ghost. I already have a file called Tic-Tac Ghost. And I'm just going to go ahead and save the file. Okay, so that's it for this whole part of the tutorial. And when you see me next year, we're going to be at our machine cutting the cute little ghost from white cardstock. So get your white cardstock ready for the next part of the project. Thank you for watching. Hello, crafty friends. I am back with part 3 of our video tutorial on how to cut out Tic-Tac Ghost. Okay, so we designed the file on our computer. We've saved the file to a USB, or you could have transferred it wirelessly, whatever you did. Somehow the file is going to come to your machine, and in my case it's a USB because I'm having some internet issues. So, which is why I have to go somewhere else to even upload this video because of my issues. Here is my ScanNCut. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to just go to the home. Okay, now if you were able to transfer your file wirelessly, then just to go ahead and retrieve your file that way. In my case, I have it on the USB. I'm going to go to Pattern. I'm going to say Save Data, and my file is on the USB, the thumb drive, or it's called USB stick, the second option. If you're using a USB cable, you'll be using this option. Either way, your file is coming. I'm going to the bottom because I just left the file outside a folder, so it would be easy to find it. You could also put your files in folders. But since it's the only file outside a folder, I can find it easy. Notice when you pull up this file, you have something in blue and something in black. I really like how Brother ScanNCut has done that. The blue is what we're going to be drawing, and the black is what we're going to be cutting. So let's just say OK, and OK again. And we're going to do the drawing first. Okay, we're going to say draw. And notice how everything that's going to be cut disappeared because we're just drawing. Now, I don't want to draw a solid, remember, we got rid of the outline of the font, and I just had a fill, and it's a black fill. But we don't want to draw like solid black fill because we want to make it look cute, like I actually, trying to make it look like I actually drew this on there. When I give it to someone, they're going to think I did this. Okay, so we're going to go into the settings right here, and you're going to scroll down, fill, additional line. Okay, that's the one you want. You're on page 4 of 8. Click in the little wrench, and you see how I have a fill pattern? That's the pattern I chose for this particular one. You see if you can change your fill pattern here. There's these 5 built-in fill patterns. I hope there's more in the next version. I'm using the fill pattern 004. Okay, and then the fill line spacing is 0.15. Okay, so that means that that's how far apart my little pattern is going to be. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for a second because I know some of my crafty friends like to pause, find the settings, and follow along in my tutorials. Okay, we say OK. We say OK. Back to, we're just drawing. Okay, we said we're drawing. We've loaded white cardstock, or you didn't see me, but I put white cardstock on the mat. I'm just gonna go ahead and load the mat. And you're saying, oh, Paper Chef, how do we draw? Okay, very easy. And again, we've done tutorials on this, but I like to just show you every step. So you get out your little drawing tool, and this little pen tool just came with the Brother ScanNCut. In my version, this is my second ScanNCut. Not all of them came with it, but this is not the same as the universal pen holder. This is the actual, it's just called a pen tool. I take the cap off my pen. I drop my little pen in there. Okay? I close the pen holder. Then I stick my little cap. You can stick it up there or throw it off to the side, but this is nice because you don't lose it. Okay? Now I load. Let me move my machine to the side so you can see that step. You take your blade holder off to the side a little more. So you take your blade out. You put your pen in. Drop it in there. And then you close it to secure it, and that's it. And then we already said the word draw, right? We said it, but I don't want you to miss any steps. So there, we already said draw. We're just gonna say start, and it is drawing. It's pretty cool. Notice all those little, it's making all the little fill patterns. It's pretty cool. I don't want to touch my machine right now because I know I'll somehow smear something. But it's doing that for us. You could put names on here, right? Names of children you're giving these to or your friends. I mean, that would be cool too. All right, so there, it's finished drawing. Great, right? Don't forget for the next part now, we're going to be cutting next. So take this out. Okay, open that up. Put the little cap. Okay. There. Cap is back on there. Everything goes back in my little bag. This is my little bag for just the pen tool. I didn't even buy other colors. I probably should. But I have the universal pen holder when I want to use other colors. But that's pretty cool. All right, back to the next part. We are now going to cut. So we put our blade in. I'm using standard cardstock, meaning just plain old cardstock I got at the craft store. A blade depth of 6, standard blade depth of 6. Always do your test cuts to see what blade depth you should use. And I'm using my spatula again, just to make sure my paper is secure on the mat. You could also use some painter's tape, to help make sure your paper is secure on the mat. Okay, like that. See? It's just up to you. All right, back to my screen. Pulling this forward. It's finished drawing. You say okay, and now we're going to say cut. See, the drawing goes away, and now we're left with what we want to cut. And we say start. And it's going to cut out both ghosts. And then we're going to assemble them. On my Paper Chef Facebook page, one of my crafty friends made a little box for the Snowman one so that it would hide the Tic Tacs inside the little box, and you can just pull the Tic Tacs right out of the box. So I love when people take my designs and modify them. It's flattering for me. So if you want to modify this design and do something cool with your ghost, then by all means, please share it on my Facebook page, because it's pretty cool when I'm not the only one talking on that page. Okay, almost done. All right, almost done now. It says finish cutting. We just say okay. Then we unload our mat. Okay, and that's it. You didn't miss any steps. And then we just peel back the mat, and you have your ghost, the front of your Tic Tac, and you have the back. So now let's assemble. So we have our. I like to put the wiggle eyes on last, by the way, because you need rolling adhesive when you attach your ghost or some glue. So that's why I like to put the wiggle eyes on last. Okay, so we got our rolling adhesive, and I don't use much because I like the people I give these to be able to take them apart, take them right off their Tic Tac. So just so you don't miss anything. Over here, I just put a couple little lines. That's it. Of rolling adhesive. Let me put that closer so you can see in the light. That's it, just a little bit of rolling adhesive. Then you take your pack of Tic Tacs, and it's very important, well, it's not very important, but I think it's important to look really professional that you hide the Tic Tacs behind here. See, if you tilt it too much, the Tic Tacs are going to stick out the side. So I've been playing with these measurements, so I think this is a good shape because it hides the Tic Tacs, but you got to be kind of precise in that you put your fingers up there and you sort of Eyeball it. And I'll show you what I mean. On the back, it's going to look crooked, but on the front, it looks straight. There. Okay, so we've hid our Tic Tacs behind, but you could still see through the tummy. I'm liking it. It looks good, but this is what I mean. See? It's not exactly straight on the back. You know, so logic would tell you to like sort of mount them another way, but you want to mount them so that they look, so that they're hidden. And then you're going to put the second ghost back there. Just put some rolling adhesive. Not much. This is just a little treat, so for fun. Don't go killing yourself putting a lot of glue on these things, because everyone's just going to take it apart and eat the Tic Tacs anyway. That's cute. Now we need the eyes. This just happens to be the size eyes I have. I mean, I think it'd be fun to have some little wiggle eyes with, you know, eyelashes too, or other size eyes. But I mean, whatever. They probably make spooky eyes at the craft stores. I haven't really been looking that closely, but I know they have eyelashes and all kinds of cute stuff. There we go. A little bit of dotted glue, or you can even get the self-adhesive wiggle eyes. And when you get glue on your wiggle eye, you have to get it off before it dries, because it'll get hard and it won't be clear. So I love it. I think it's cute. I hope you think it's cute too. There you go. So feel free to comment in the description and maybe let me know some other things you want to see made out of Tic Tacs. I mean, what the heck? I like a challenge. And we will maybe do the smaller ones if there's a request for that. We will try to do some monsters or witches with some green Tic Tacs this season. Maybe they'll come out with some purple Tic Tacs in this holiday season. So thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, The Papered Chef. Until next time, see you later.